Then Jesus with the 12 went forth and sat upon Mount Olives, just beyond the city's gate. And his disciples said, Behold the wondrous city of Jerusalem, its homes are all so beautiful, its temples and its shrines are clothed in such magnificence. And Jesus said, The city is the glory of my people, Israel, but, lo, look, the time will come when every stone will be cast down, and it will be a hiss and byword for the nations of the earth. And the disciples asked, When will this desolation come? And Jesus said, This round of human life will not be full until the armies of the conqueror will thunder at her gates, at the gates of Jerusalem, the foundation of peace, and they, the conquering armies, will enter in, and blood will flow like water through the streets. And all the precious furnishings of the temple, court and palaces will be destroyed, or carried off to deck the palaces and courts of kings. Behold, these days are not at hand. Before they come, lo, look, you shall be maltreated by the scribes and Pharisees, the high priests and the doctors of the law. Without a cause you will be haled, yes, dragged forcibly, into courts, you will be stoned, you will be beaten in the synagogues, will stand condemned before the rulers of this world, and governors and kings will sentence you to death. But you will falter not, and you will testify for truth and righteousness. And in these hours be anxious not about your speech, you need not think of what to say. For, lo, look, the holy breath will overshadow you and give you words to say. But then the carnage will go on, and men will think that they are pleasing God by killing you, and nations far and near will hate you for the sake of Christ. And men will stir up evil thought among your kin, and they will hate you and will give you up to die. And brothers will be false to brothers, fathers will stand forth and testify against their own, and children will drive parents to the funeral pile. When you shall hear the Roman eagle screaming in the air, and see his legions, the legions of Rome, streaming over the plain, then know the desolation of Jerusalem is near. Then let the wise wait not, but flee, let him who is upon his house wait not to enter in the house to gather up his wealth, but let him flee. And he who labors in the field must not return, but leave his all to save his life. And woe to mothers with their little children in that day, none shall escape the sword. The tribulation of these days cannot be told in words, for such has never been since God created man upon the earth. The conqueror will carry many of the sons of Abraham away as captives into foreign lands, and they who know not Israel's God will tread the highways of Jerusalem until the anti-Jewish times have been fulfilled. But when the people have been punished for their crimes, the tribulation days will end, but lo, look, the time will come when all the world will rise, like gladiators in a ring, and fight just for the sake of shedding blood. And men will reason not, they will not see, nor care to see a cause for carnage, desolation, thefts, for they will war with friend or foe. The very air will seem surcharged, yes, overburdened, with smoke of death, and pestilence, yes, fatal disease, will follow close upon the sword. And signs that men have never seen will appear in heaven and earth, in sun, and moon, and stars. The seas will roar, and sounds will come from heaven that men can never comprehend, and these will bring distress of nations with perplexity. Hearts of the strongest men will faint in fear, in expectation of the coming of more frightful things upon the earth. But while the conflicts rage on land and sea, the Prince of Peace will stand above the clouds of heaven and say again, Peace, peace on earth, goodwill to men, and every man will throw away his sword, and nations will learn war no more. And then the man who bears the pitcher, the water-bearer known as Constellation Aquarius, will walk forth across an arc of heaven, the sign and signet of the Son of Man will stand forth in the eastern sky. The wise will then lift up their heads and know that the redemption, yes, the reclamation, of the earth is near. Before these days shall come, behold, false Christs and poor deluded prophets will arise in many lands. And they will show forth signs, and do a multitude of mighty works, and they will lead astray the many who are not wise, and many of the wise will be deceived. And now I tell you once again, when men shall say, the Christ is in the wilderness, go you not forth. And if they say, the Christ is in the secret place, believe it not, for when he comes the world will know that he has come. For as the morning light comes from the east and shines unto the west, so shall be the coming of the age and Son of Man. The wicked of the earth will weep when they shall see the Son of Man come down upon the clouds of heaven, in power. Take heed you, O take heed, for you know not the hour nor the day when comes the Son of Man. Let not your hearts be overcharged, overloaded, with sensuous things, nor with the cares of life, lest that day come and find you unprepared. Keep watch at every season of the year, and pray that you may meet the Lord with joy and not with grief. Before these days shall come, our Father God will send his messengers abroad, yes, to the corners of the earth, and they will say, Prepare you, O prepare, the Prince of Peace shall come, and now is coming on the clouds of heaven. When Jesus had thus said, he went with his disciples back to Bethany.